Yo, this your girl DW Says.
Hey, this your girl Liv.
And we are The Says. We're bringing you another dope episode, y'all. We'll bring you another dope episode with relatable topics and a trending one, because you know LSU won. You know what I'm saying? National track champions, natty. Anyway, but we got a special guest. I think I want to, before I get into all the topics, I want to, because it's late, it's a time difference where I'm at, I want to bring the special guest on and just, you know, chat it up with her right quick for a few moments, because I think it's going to be a dope one. You got anything you want to say?
No, I'm letting you take the lead. Do your thing.
Or should I? Yeah, I just want to, everything cool? All right, so I'm about to FaceTime, huh? What?
I feel like you should have just had her on the phone and then did the intro and then introduced her.
I mean, I'm calling her right now. Let me do my screen record. Hold on. Let me do my screen record. All right, hold on. Making sure my phone recording. I'm telling them I got a special guest on the phone. Let me get this out the way. Tell them I got a special guest on the phone that will be joining us. Let me know if you hear this. You hear that? All right, cool. So yeah. So we got a special guest joining us today. I'm gonna just say her name how I learned to say it. You know what I'm saying? Cicely Moore, Cavalier in the building, baby. How you doing, man?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. How you been?
I'm good. How about you? Thank you guys for having me.
No, thank you for doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you busy. You be out here making moves and stuff. You're a family woman. You got a lot of brothers and sisters, to look after and stuff like that. How you been though? Like, I feel like I haven't talked to you in years.
It has been years. It actually has been years. But I've been well. Thank you. I've been well. Can't complain.
Looking good. That's always a plus, because they say once the studs get older and stuff, we losing it. I just seen a post earlier where they were like, I don't know what's up with the studs 30 plus. They just ain't hitting like that. And I was like, they must ain't seen.
I did that.
I was like, she got me fucked up. But anyway, so Cicely is the one of the founders of Gamma Alpha Psi fraternity. Clap it up for that.
Thank you.
No problem. Do you want to give us a little backstory on that? What made you want to start that? Because she founded in January 30th, 2006. I do remember that. You know what I'm saying?
Actually corrected, it's June. But
June. Shit. June. I'm so sorry. I've been drinking a little bit.
I got you. I forget too.
I think my wife wants to say something.
I was just going to say, before we get into how she started her fraternity, why don't we ask her to tell us a little bit about herself so people are kind of like aware of who she is, who Cicely Moore is.
Let's get into it. So tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are.
Okay, well, my name is Cicely Moore, as we all said. I guess I would like to think of myself as just being a philanthropist. Like I just... even though I'm in Baton Rouge, I consider myself a servant. Like I've always enjoyed investing in the love and likes of others. So that's just basically what I'm out here doing. Just like trying to, fulfill my gift, owning my gift, and just, doing that wherever I am. No matter, like if I'm here, wherever I am, I just enjoy people. So that's a lot of what I do and what I enjoy doing, actually.
That's what's up. And it shows, too, because you're very loved. You inspire a lot of people. You inspire me. I'm just telling you right now, like, just how you keep going and stuff. Yeah, you're inspiration. I appreciate it. Like, just a light. Then you be fly as hell, be dressing. Because I always say I don't want to be the old stud where I just lose it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my gosh. That's hilarious. But thank you.
And so out of, like, your love for doing things for other people, is that how your fraternity was started?
Absolutely. And I guess it's because I'm from the country. I'm from a really small town right outside of Lake Charles called Iowa, Louisiana. And it's like when I moved to Baton Rouge, it was like a culture shock for me. Not in a bad way, but it was just different. So it was like a lot of opportunities that we were afforded back home just from being in a country environment. It's like when I came here, it was just like, oh, man, like I never really came across anybody that was like, kicked out of their house because they were lesbian or like not able to be a part of their family, to say the least. So for me, it was just kind of like an outlet in a space where, like, even if you're going through something, you have a support system. And that was kind of like the basis of starting Gamma Alpha Psi. There was a lot of lesbians who had never even like it's so many lesbians that live in Baton Rouge. She never even stepped foot on LSU Southern campus, and that was just like crazy to me.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So with that, because my wife, when I told her I was in a fraternity, she was like, "Is it like a house?" So
I literally told you I was going to ask that question.
Okay, go ahead.
And here you go.
I was saying no.
Started. Go.
I was going to tell her to elaborate. So can you? Because my wife was in a house, but they compete and stuff like that. And they had houses too out in Louisiana. I think they still got them, but the fraternities and the sororities.
But I think the fraternities kind of took over.
It took over for sure. So, can you like give a break it down? Tell her the difference between the fraternity and the houses that the.
I guess the biggest thing is the biggest difference is that like for a house, I think you could just like join. You didn't really have to
pledge,
prove yourself in any type of way, or pledge, or go through a process to, prove that this is something that you really want to be a part of. It's like, oh, you need a mom, go to this house, we can do it. But also the similarity is that like it became like, even once you joined, it became like a house, because it's like if you're homeless, you can stay with somebody. If you, like whatever situation you had going on, we did kind of create a family atmosphere to some extent.
So it actually is very similar to a house. I know for me, so like when I joined the house, it wasn't necessarily like, hey, I needed like a house mother or a house father. It was more or less like me looking for like-minded people like myself. Correct. Who were from the same community. And we did have to like come with some sort of like asset, right? Or like be able to contribute to the house. We didn't necessarily.
Sorry.
We did like compete in balls and stuff, but like if you weren't able to contribute as far as like compete or be able to walk or things like that, not to say that you wouldn't be a part of the house, but you just play.
Yo, you gotta chill. I'm so sorry. This is so unprofessional. Stop embarrassing me in front of this philanthropist. Can you please?
It's her house too. You can't help it. She's
let's go.
But it's interesting to know because in houses we used to travel all over, right, and compete in like different balls. Like we've even traveled to the South. I think the furthest I've ever gone to travel is like from maybe Philadelphia to Atlanta, or like Philadelphia to California to compete in different balls. Is that something that you guys did?
That's awesome. Yeah, we weren't that big. We weren't doing that. I mean, like we went to Texas a couple times for like a couple step shows, but that's as far as we went. But that's awesome.
What's the end goal? Like, are you trying to branch out and do it big like that? Or are you just trying to keep it like for the Louisiana? Because you did Texas. Keep me updated. I don't know, man. So what's going on?
So the crazy part about it is, I guess which is something I always do. Like I always sleep on myself and things that come along with me. And it's like, even in us coming back, like we've been having so many people hit us up like out of state. And it's like, how do you even know about us? Like we have a few people in Maryland and Baltimore. And I'm just like, so we are in the process of trying to find a way to navigate it to where we can be national. So that is the end goal, to do that.
I see.
And the interest is there, believe it or not, which is crazy to me. It's super crazy to me.
Are they knocking? Just ask some questions. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the camera. Ask some questions.
Amazing. Thanks. So, when you first started your fraternity, was it you and somebody else, or?
It was actually me and 3 other women. And I will say this, like I was the oldest, and I was the one who was really like compassionate about it. We all played basketball together at McNeese, so it was like I was just like, hey, we should do this, and they came along with me, not because they were necessarily like invested, but it was like, okay, you're doing it, let's do it. So that's kind of like why I'm the only one that still, have the passion for it. But they're here, but it's like for them, it was just like in the moment thing. But for me, it's just like. Right.
I get that. I feel like I relate more to that because, like, even though I was in 2 houses, I first started off in the house of Da Vinci.
Damn, you was house hopping?
And then, no, they had like a. So
we had that 2 fraternity houses.
The house of Da Vinci was like the sister house to the house of Prada, right? The house of Da Vinci like started basically in like Atlanta. The house of Prada started in New York. When I left Atlanta, I told you I lived there for like a year, and then I moved back home, up east. I just kind of started hanging out with the Pradas more. I kind of lost touch with like the Da Vinci's. I was also very young. I was 17, 18 when I went there. And then when I came back up east, I was older. I was different. I was hanging with different crowds. You know, I wasn't chilling with the same type of like, I hate to say it, but like lesbians that I was before, you know, and I also started kind of feeling myself. I felt myself. My little girlfriend was like in the house of
What girlfriends?
Corleone.
What girlfriends? What girlfriends?
Well, a past fling, none. A friend of mine.
She
right?
be getting too
And
comfortable.
so-
Don't be embarrassing me like that in front of Cicely, bro. Come on, now. Get yourself together.
sorry, Amber. And
That's what I'm saying. That's how you do that.
But I do still speak to like some of my house brothers and sisters, like, and we definitely still refer to each other as that. There were some that like I was very close to, and we still keep in touch to this day. Do you guys consider yourself like brothers and sisters, or is it like?
Do you want to unpack that?
And is your fraternity like only for studs? Like, is it only for masculine women? Because like in houses, it's for everybody. You could be feminine.
No, this is for masculine women, baby.
It's for masculine.
Yes,
yeah,
they got sororities for the films if they want to do that. But I don't even want to say this to cause no flag or anything. I might not even say it because I don't.
No, say it. Absolutely say it. Absolutely.
I mean, but majority of the film sororities, you know, they on the straight train now, so they got to
correct.
They got to redo some things, you know.
They got to revamp it.
Yeah. So I don't think it's just they part is just for gay people anymore. But like lesbians.
Why? Because they mess with men now. Are they no longer considered?
It's for
a part
lesbians,
of the LGBT community?
Or is it for bisexual people too?
I mean, I just feel like it should be for anybody who's a part of the LGBTQ plus community.
You have a show.
And I will say this in their defense, like whenever we started this was in 2006, like I don't think we were taking up as many of the alphabet did.
Yeah.
So it's like
it was just LGBT.
Okay,
because even for us, like there's some things that we had to change because it's like even in our organization we have some that have transitioned to like trans, you know, like they're trans now, but it's like we still, you know, it's like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But because I really don't keep like I'm gonna keep it a bug. It had got like Louisiana gay scene had got real messy. You know what I'm saying? And it had killed a lot of the fun up. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people fell out. People picked their sides, stuck with who they stuck with, and that's what it was. Like I've been gone since I was 18, really. So I joined. I was at Cicely wedding when she got married with Kisses. Like that was what I think I was had to be 19 or something like that. I don't know. I know I joined the military at 18. I turned 19 in the military. That's all she knew me when I was young and wild. Is all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying?
However, you were young and wild, but you were always bold and destined for more too, though. So you were one of those people that kind of came through that didn't really need it, but it was still great to have you, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like there were some that came that were your age that were just like
they needed it. They needed some guidance.
Yeah.
Everybody's situation is different, so I can.
I still need guidance. I'm gonna be hitting you up.
Y'all say young and wild. Amber is, I don't want to say old, but you're still reasonably young and a little wild.
I'm not as wild as I used to be. I have to tell her she don't know how I used to get down. You know what I'm saying? I used to be out here fighting and stuff, like just being ridiculous. Like it's just.
But I think it was part of because of your atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, you can never mesh in something that you are not destined to be in. So it's like you were basically, in my opinion, fighting your way out. Because it's like, I remember even when you went to California, like, why the fuck are you still worried about things that are happening in Baton Rouge? Like, why?
Because that's home.
You know, it is home.
That's
but
home.
Sometimes when God takes you away from home, it's for a greater purpose. And it's like, and I know that's even the story for myself. It's like, you know, you keep reaching back, but it's like, if you keep reaching back, then you can't reach up to where you are destined to go. So it's just one of those things. Like you were just always that tenacious, bold person that was just like, you know what, I'm getting a fuck you, fuck that. It is, you know,
yeah, I
which is good.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Let her know that you ain't got you no flunky. You ain't got you no flunky.
Absolutely not.
Likewise.
Absolutely not.
I was just talking shit.
Absolutely not.
But yeah, so I see besides the fraternity and stuff it's kicking back up, I love it too. Like I'm like, oh shit, like I just feel like it's back positive now and stuff, like everything's going slowly but surely. I see y'all doing something called Stud U. Do you want to touch on that?
Okay, I can. Like Stud U is not so weirdly, there's a guy that he has Kudu House and he came and he was like, look, I'm looking for 5 lesbians because they do like low budget. Maybe I should have said that.
Nah,
but they
it's,
just
no,
do
it's,
like, you know,
it's okay.
yeah.
It ain't big budget, but you get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was like, we were looking for 5 studs to kind of do a show. He was like, because we're guys and we're always doing guy things, but we can't, you know, allow. So, you know, basically, I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't want to link it directly to Gamma Alpha Psi because of the content, although it is all Gamma,
yeah,
you know,
was,
but yeah, but it's like, I was like, okay, so before Gamma came on the scene, like there was just no productive studs at all. And he was like, not really, you know, so that was like pretty rewarding.
And how did you pick the crew? Did you like just reach out to everybody, or you just like? Because I'm big on team picking and letting people shine at where they at.
I was just about to say I actually handpicked.
Okay.
And I handpicked. Of course, I actually prayed about it, and I was like, you know, honestly, and I was like, I kind of handpicked like who would be good, who needs it, who you know, has the time to actually do
commit to it,
who has like good points, but just are never like they're pretty shy and will never come out of their shell. So I kind of handpicked, and I kind of handpicked according to like when we were rebuilding or whatever. Like a few people will come and tell me like some of their personal issues / concerns or whatever, and I thought that they could bring that to the table as well because it's like, you know, a pretty diverse group, I would think.
Yeah, I'm glad that y'all doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to y'all because it's a lot of talent out there, and I just feel like it's not a lot of avenues. It's not a lot of avenues for people to go out there and express. Like my end goal, I ain't gonna tell y'all, but I don't know. But I wanted to create a content studio out there for people if I were to move back. But everybody be like, why would you move back to Louisiana? Like, why would you do that? You left. So it's like I battle with moving back and feeling like, damn.
But can we really say, like, what is the issue of moving back home? Like,
I don't. People make it seem
like a lot of people leave right in their early 20s, early 30s, find themselves, establish themselves, figure out what they want to do. When they have families, they get married, and they want to have kids. They usually go back home.
Do they?
Yes. The reason being, you want to raise your kids with either your siblings' kids, you want them to be around their aunts and their uncles. You try to find some sort of way to like be in the middle. Like, what is the big deal with people saying, oh, you went home, you're a failure?
I think it has a lot to do with mindset.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot to do with mindset because it's like, just personally, I feel like if Amber moved back home, she would be okay because she was okay before she left.
What would I do though?
People that they move away for, they may move away because they can't, like, because it's like maybe generational things. Like, it's like, okay, I'm moving away because I don't want to continue this cycle. And it's like, if you move back, you're going to go back into it. You know, and I think that's a lot of reason why people are like, I don't want to go back home and conform to those ways again and to my family. But I don't think you really have those issues. So, you know.
We might have to talk after this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hit you up for sure. Right. I got some things twirling in the wood because, you know, I got a mastermind of myself. You know what I'm saying? If I was to decide to move back, we could do some things. I want to create shorts and you know, features and shit like that. Are y'all down to do stuff like that?
And you know, I am absolutely not a person. Like, you know, I'm super shy, super quiet. So even for me, like in this season when he came, I was like, yeah, I'll get you 5 people. And he was like, no, I want you to do it too. And I'm like, okay, you know.
Nah, you need that voice. That's cool though. You need it. Like, go ahead. Like I said, you're inspiration. Like, you inspire a lot of people. I know you felt the love on your birthday and stuff like that.
I did, and that was crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So, I seen y'all just did like a little lingerie. It ain't lingerie, but I'm calling lingerie for y'all. What was that shoot for? Is that for Stud You too?
It's not. That is actually that's actually a part of. I wouldn't even say Gamma Alpha Psi either. It's just like so. I'll say this: like one of our members, you know, Slim, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She has.
I did not know that she was diagnosed with breast cancer. That's how I stay out. I stay out the loop. I'm sorry to hear that.
I understand that because even when she was going through that, I unfortunately wasn't around either. But whenever we did, like she went through chemo, like she, you know, so she had a breast removed, and so she was super sensitive about that, and she went through like a little stage of, you know, whatever with that. Then we have some that are just. So I was like, you know, we need to learn how to embrace each other with whatever our skin looks like. So that's kind of what that shoot was about.
Yeah.
And it was like whoever wants to, and it was like, well, I'm too big for this and I'm too big for that. And it's like, hey, look,
They better start listening to some Lizzo. They better start listening to Lizzo and love their damn self, because Lizzo be embracing that shit.
But again, like I mean, no offense to anybody, but it's just like when I think of Baton Rouge, I call it Broken Rouge. Not in a bad way.
I ain't never heard that one.
No, seriously, there's just like, and it's so crazy because it's like I'll say like the last 60 years, like I've been like literally fighting with my wife because she's been over Baton Rouge.
Y'all never left though, right? Y'all always been.
Okay. Is your wife from Baton Rouge?
I mean, like we left. If we live in Carville, which is like only 30 minutes away.
It's Louisiana. Have y'all ever
Is your wife from Baton Rouge?
She's from Lafayette,
Louisiana. So it's
all from the same state.
But it's still a totally different breed from Baton Rouge.
I mean, that's how I feel about Zachary in Baton Rouge.
I try to get her to come back for like a year or something. She's like, I can't. She would only want to move to New Orleans, and I'm like, I can't do New Orleans. I just
no.
And I don't even want to live in New Orleans. But if I had to pick like a compromise, that would be what it is. I'm a city girl.
So that's why we're not going.
East.
That's why we can't go. We can't roll. You know what I'm saying? So that's.
I can see like maybe Metairie, Kenner, something like that, which is just like Zachary, or whatever. But Kissels is from Lafayette, which is just like Zachary. I'm from Highway, would be equivalent to like maybe smaller than Baker, but still country.
Baker is where my mom stay.
Yeah.
Yes.
She know all the spots. She been in and out of Louisiana.
Right.
You know what my biggest thing is about Louisiana is that every time we go, Amber tells me that I can't walk by myself or like go out by myself, and I don't like that. Like if I don't want to live somewhere where if I want to go for a run, I gotta like run with a gun or keep looking over my shoulder or just be like, you know what I'm saying?
Who goes for a run? And you know what I'm saying? In Zachary. You know what I'm saying? You go to the it's places that you go to do that. Like back in it's LSU, like we going to run on it, or we going to the levee. You ain't just running in your neighborhood like that where I'm from. You know, like we drive places. Right. We don't walk. You got to drive places. I be having to tell it, but out here we walk everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, yeah, and in Philadelphia we walk everywhere. I could run my whole neighborhood and be fine. There's people outside.
I can see you walking or running in Zachary, but I definitely can't see you doing that in Baton Rouge at all.
Yeah, but I don't see it because everything is so far is what I'm saying. And like Zachary, they building it up over there on the other side.
Right. They are.
I'm from the countryside. Yeah, like the real, like the Cheneyville side. I'm from like...
like close to Mississippi.
No, not like Zachary. So, you know, it's the highway and then it's the Plank Road side. I'm on the Plank Road side. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I went to Northeast. So I didn't go to Zachary, even though, you know, Zachary. But anyway, man, you got anything coming up that you want to share with us and discuss, or you leaving it?
Well, I would say the newest thing that we've been trying to do, my wife and I, is like cocktails and conversations.
What is that? Is it like explain it. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's just like the ones we've been doing is like relationship edition, and it's just to instead of always just like clubbing without a purpose, like it's like clubbing, we're talking, we're putting questions in a hat and getting insight from everybody when it comes to relationships.
Like some black love shit, but for lesbians.
That kind of.
Yeah, that's
like I'll explain to them, it's just kind of like one thing I noticed about Baton Rouge is that like people are very supportive with things that don't make sense. It's like we'll buy drugs for my friends, we'll buy plate lunch for our friends, but we don't really nurture relationships enough, in my opinion. It's like, so it's just kind of like that, like, trying to get people to talk about what they go through, talk about relationships in general, and to just get people to open up to possibly help someone else, along the way. So that's been pretty cool.
So not even random question, but since you brought that up, you've been married for quite some time now, over a decade.
Tell them how long.
10 years.
10 years.
Just made 10 years. I'm sorry.
Lesbian years too, so that's really 30. There you go.
All
that
part. Dang, Amber.
I'm so sorry. They just made a decade. Go ahead.
What advice, I guess, would you have for lesbian couples who are thinking about getting married or are already in like the beginning years of their marriage?
I would say the biggest thing that I see is that people try to automatically conform to like hetero ways, like, oh, well, you were the man, I'm the woman, and do this gender role thing. But I think it's very important to kind of go through your relationship and figure out a blueprint. And it's like you figure out who is stronger in this area, and you navigate that together instead of, because it's like, I mean, even though I may be the more dominant one, Like, I cook. Kisses hate cooking. So if that's what I'm strong in, it's like, I will do that. Kisses is a gangster. I'm not. So there are some times where she's like, look, babe, don't worry, and I'm like, okay. But, so it's just like you just kind of have to find your strength in your relationship and work out that way instead of always trying to conform to what society feels like is the norm for them. Like, oh, well, you're the stud, so you pay the bills, you walk the dog, and it's like, no, like,
You're two women. Fuck out of here. I'm tired of taking this trash. Men hate taking the trash out too, right?
Right, but you would be surprised how many, and I think also because we're in Louisiana, everybody just has a very limited mindset. So it's just like, you don't really see anything outside the norm here. So it's like, I can imagine like where in California, like you got to see everything.
Yeah, I live in Hollywood. Y'all got to come to Hollywood, man.
Absolutely, I love Hollywood. Absolutely.
How many times you been to Hollywood?
It doesn't matter.
That's crazy.
I mean, we did say, Amber, that y'all fell off for a couple
we didn't
of
fall.
years.
I never fell out with
Cicely.
We just never talked. We haven't talked in a while.
Right. It's just been a lot of space.
Yeah. That's all. It's always been love there. You know what I'm saying?
So,
just
Amber,
ain't talking.
Absolutely.
Do you plan on joining? Like, are you still considered to be a part of the fraternity?
Then you got to pay fees and stuff for that. You still got to pay fees and stuff. I'm not an active member. I'm not an active.
Well, we haven't started.
Like an initiation fee?
Believe it or not, we haven't started paying fees at all, and we won't. Like even this whole time we've been back, we haven't paid dues. We won't start until June. So technically, you are still active, and even if you're not.
Clap it up.
How I am.
Clap it up.
Is it
but
something
you
that
know
you could
how
see?
I am. Like money would never be an issue to stop anybody from anything because that's just not who I am.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everybody contributes in some type of way, and all of it's important.
Yeah,
it is. So is this something that you could see yourself? I know that your membership is still active. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's not a gym membership.
When she said paying fees, I just instantly thought about like a membership.
But you gotta pay your dues though. But this is my focus, and I'm down to collab on. Like I want to.
You be doing your thing.
I want to create some shit. You know what I'm saying? I want a production. Like I want a squad. Like I be seeing all these lesbians. You remember this old lesbian shows, a web series Between Women?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, in Atlanta.
I'm just saying, I want to create some dope shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And it's so crazy because we had a whole conversation about you like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
I think like a documentary type stuff would be very cool.
Yeah. So I'm trying to. I'm really trying to, because I graduate. I'm done with school now, so I'm just out here moving with the wind. You know what I'm saying?
Also, just a feather, just out here, just moving, right?
Yeah. I'm moving with the wind, freelancing and stuff like that. I worked on my first feature with Vanessa Bell Calloway. You know who that is?
Oh, wow.
Shit lit. So I'm gonna be promoting that when that drop. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. Cause
That's awesome.
Your girl worked on that set. It was lit. I met some dope people. But yeah, I just learned so much on that set, and I feel like I could take that knowledge and like all the other stuff that I've learned, and I can create like it could be some wonderful things going on. I can
see that.
That could be something that you apply to your community back home. You know how you said you wanted to create a building? Well, like, what if you go out there and collab with people?
That's what I'm saying. We gonna chat. We gonna chat.
Like, do a documentary about.
And like you said, like there's so many talented people here. It's just like they
don't have a space
see beyond that roof.
My whole thing was I just ain't like when I say what I'm gonna do out there. It's like it's a lot to run a business by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like that's why motherfuckers are so comfortable with being workers, because being a boss is a lot of work. It ain't for the weak. You know what I'm saying? You got to sign checks. You got to sit up here. You gonna put in more hours. You think, you gonna do like 16 hours, the little 8 hour and go home and shit.
Absolutely.
CEOs and bosses don't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's stressful because I've been doing this podcast. I literally do everything. Shout out to Zach coming up here, man, with the camera. It was audio for the longest. I had camera, but it was just a lot doing everything on my own, and it's just like. I came out here, I learned a lot, but I just also don't want to move back to Louisiana. But I could do some great things in Louisiana, though, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. And really and truly, even with Gamma Alpha Psi, that's really what it's been a lot of. Like most of us who, because, as I say, like just being honest, like that wasn't the best experience for everybody. And I understand that because it wasn't the best experience for me. However, we were able to come back, out of love and try to pour back into the community without all
Not,
the BS and all the extras.
I had some of the best times with y'all. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Like, it was great times. I have nothing for, but it just got a little messy, man. Everybody sleeping with everybody and everything.
Because we're still women at the end of the day, so absolutely.
Yeah.
In houses, if we were to like mess with one of our brothers or sisters, we would have to pay a fine. Like, you didn't have to pay like a fee to like be a part of the house, but
You
like,
can't tell nobody pay no fine for some pussy that was consensual. Like, if it's consensual birth parties, that's bullshit.
And like, you would have to hide it. I remember we did like a family vacation out
do
in
I
Atlanta, and it was insane. And they had like this party where everybody was a pajama party, and they were watching everybody like a hawk. And if they even seen y'all like kiss, get too close, it was up. They told the house mom and the dad there was a fine set in place. You guys wouldn't be able to like talk to each other for like 4 or 5 weeks, like till you remember that like this is a family. You're not supposed to be sleeping with each other. There are other houses that you can sleep with. Why are you sleeping with the women that you consider your brother or sister? Basically is what they were saying. And I was like, they ain't my brother or sister though. But
I'm gonna share a quick, cause she keep mentioning house and how she was in the house. I'm gonna share one thing and I'm gonna let you go, cause you want to share the story about how I asked you, were you a man or not? Or are you done with that?
Okay, sure.
Cause she was in this house, right? So
when I first when I first met Amber, I moved out here I didn't move out here I moved out here from Philadelphia, and Amber's old battle was a friend of mine from Atlanta. Amber didn't know, I guess, when she first met him, she didn't know that he was trans. She thought he was just like a gay man. Okay.
Got you.
And I don't go around saying trans. I'd be like FTM. FTM or MTF, you know, female to male, male to female or whatever. And she was transitioning into a man. And when I first met Amber, I had a shortcut. I don't know why she thought this, but the first night we met, we smoked. She was like, "You're cute, but are you a man?" And I was like, "Do I look like a man?" And she was like, "Well, you said you were in a house and, you know, X, Y, and Z is a trans man." I'm like, "No, I'm not a man, sweetheart." Like
At all.
at all. Just because I have a shortcut and I had like I was growing out a fade, so okay, maybe. But my features are so feminine. It's like, it's no way.
Granted, a lot of Asians look like women when they transition too. So you can't judge me too hard now. You can't.
Not only that, but like in bigger cities, like trans are just like they are like.
They here, man. They here, but I want to say thank you for joining us, man. Hopefully we can do this again.
Wait, are you getting her out of here?
Oh, you got more questions?
I wanted to ask you about the basketball game. I thought we said we were going to talk about that. I was waiting for you to bring it up.
You are a basketball fan, so we definitely can talk about it. We could just keep you on for like a good 15 minutes.
What up? I'm good.
With the LSU and the Caitlin
Clark and
it ain't even ours. The Caitlin team and LSU. You know what I'm saying? What were your thoughts, man?
What were your thoughts? Not even on the game, but on just like the controversy and all of the ridicule that they're giving. I'm so sorry because I'm not good with their names. That was my first time ever watching it.
Angel Reese,
and how they were saying that she was going like this,
Johnson.
And it was super disrespectful. But when Caitlin was doing it, it wasn't.
It wasn't. I think that's just the Southern way. Like, they will always, like, try to, put it out there, like, if we are doing anything that's, like, I think that's just a Southern thing. Like, they're just, and it's like, it's female sports. We do that. We do that all the time. So I don't think it's a big deal. I think they're making a big deal out of nothing, personally.
Even Caitlyn had they got her on for her response, and she was like, "It's just trash talk, and I didn't feel away or anything." What pissed me off out of everything was Jill Biden, because my thing is, bro, it's just blatant disrespect at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never heard runner-ups like what Boosie say. Winners go to the White House, runner-ups go to their house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's it. Right.
It was a real slap in the face, and what's that?
Angel Reese was like, "We're not going, period."
Yeah, did you see that they tweeted Michelle Obama like, "Can we celebrate our win at your house?"
Yeah, I don't think they're going for that.
Wow,
either.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they said that, but I don't think they're going. But
I don't think Michelle's house. She's like, "Yeah, listen."
Joe Biden did it like he did it the proper way and like invited the winners, the boys and the girls team of the Nationals to the White House. But I don't know, man. Jill probably fucked it up for him. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm pretty sure because Angel was already like in the state room, like, "No, we're not going." Period.
I just with this whole thing, I just need y'all because she's a sophomore, right? And the Alex girl, she a freshman or what?
She's a freshman.
Alex is a freshman. Because I was like on YouTube reading her story, and she had like been switched like 3 different schools or something like that. I was just trying to get like a little bio on them, but they just made the next 3. You remember when Candace Parker used to play?
Absolutely.
This is back with women's college basketball. They just made it more exciting for the next 3 or 2 years. Like people are gonna be invested just for that, just for them. It's the rebirth of the Candace Parker. And who was the other one for Baylor? I forgot her name, but it used to be her. Candace. It used to be Baylor and Tennessee going at it. And I used to love watching it just for them. Now I feel like I'm about to be watching it back for Clark and.
Absolutely.
That's all it is.
Because they're a young team.
I had stopped watching. I ain't gonna lie.
Balling, like,
I'm not gonna lie. I stopped watching too, but it's like when Simone came and they did the statue for her, we actually went to the game. And so once we went, I was like, oh, okay, like, I can get with this again. So I've kind of been following ever since.
I think Reese might be the only straight one on that motherfucker because it's like a group of studs.
I was looking, I was like, damn, are they all gay?
I went to all their pages. I was like, yo, they studied out in this bitch, and it's like,
and it's crazy. And that's how you can tell she's from a big city because if that was a country girl, like she would have been converted already. It's like
she was a country girl.
If Reese was in the country, she would have been converted over to the girl. But it just warmed like
from
the DMV. It just warms my heart to see like how like open they could be because like just even with me, it was still hard to come out. You know what I'm saying? They just out here living their life and shit.
Like our generation, I feel like was the last generation where it was really uncommon for girls to just be like, yep, I'm gay, I like girls, or anybody to just be open. Because in my high school, there were probably 3 gay girls, and I was one of the 3. Okay.
Yeah.
But now, even after I started seeing girls in middle school dressing like boys, I was like, yo.
Absolutely.
This is what.
Absolutely.
And it's like, y'all, that's why I hate seeing, like, not hate, but like, I really don't like seeing niggas that really can't be themselves. Cause I'm like, yo, you could be gay now. 10 years ago, it was kind of hard for you. But right now, bitch,
but
living your truth.
Do you know, babe, that for some people, it's uncomfortable for them to be themselves. Like sometimes people are scared to be themselves because their identity and their sexuality are 2 different things. Like imagine being a man, but you feel like a woman. You identify as a woman, but sexually you were born as a man. It's hard for you to portray that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like how a lot of trans
it just got confusing with me. I was just, I'm old school lesbian, LGBT.
Your
even the Q was a little
is not
like,
your identity, babe. Like, you can still be a stud and identify as a man if you really wanted to, because that's what you identify as. That's like what you go by.
I identify as an ATM that need deposits. Like, where the fuck is the money? Like, where is the come deposit?
It's always been harder for guys. Always.
Oh, 100%. It is way harder for guys to be accepted in the gay community. And that's what I tried to say in the beginning. It was like, why aren't these women able to still be in a fraternity if they still mess with men? You don't know if they mess with women on the side. Like the B and the LGBT has always been there. Do you have to be like a full blown lesbian? I think there are even some bisexual studs.
I thought they were promoting themselves as a lesbian fraternity.
They were.
That's all. So as a lesbian, that means it's strictly vagina. Like they didn't say lesbian, bisexual. They just said lesbian. So now they got to, revamp that since it's.
I was going to say, because there are some kids who tell their parents they're bisexual and they still don't accept them. You know what I'm saying? And it would be crazy for them to be like, well, damn, I ain't fully invested in it. So I don't have a home or somewhere to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate.
And it's a lot of them that are like actually married to men now. So it's like not even a
that's a different ballpark.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's a heterosexual.
Who was a lesbian all her life until she was about 25, had sex with a man, had 3 kids, and now she's back to women. She still sleeps with men, but she prefers women again. Would she be considered like?
She can join that fraternity. I mean that sorority. She can join it. But listen, man, we about to wrap it up. Thank you again for joining us. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of course. Thank you for coming on.
I'm gonna hit you up later on though and pick your brain on some things. So just pick up. Don't be no stranger.
You know I'm always here. Always.
I appreciate you. Take care.
Absolutely. Y'all have a great night.
You too. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. What are you doing? We're not wrapping it up.
I thought.
And then we just made 40 minutes. I just had to get.
I didn't know what was going on.
I felt like the whole podcast we was just turned over here. You know what I'm saying? How it look? It look bad? It'll be all right.
You should have put the camera.
I'm putting Cicely up on here though, so it's cool.
Next time you do it with the camera like that, you should probably put it in the front where Zach is, so we can both look this way into the camera and at them, and she would have been able to see both of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it sounds cool.
Just a suggestion.
Yeah, but it would have been in front. I feel you, but I wouldn't have been able to touch
him. It could have been from like right here.
Yeah, I'm figuring it out, baby.
Would have been able to be like boop and
yeah,
boop,
yeah.
sir.
Oh yeah, you could have controlled it. I was just trying to figure it out. It's my first rodeo.
This is trial and error. You know what I'm saying?
I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope y'all enjoyed that conversation. That's Cicely Moore, big dog status. You know what I'm saying? Not the little one. But yeah, man, that was a dope segment.
Yeah, she was cool.
But the Jill Biden, you know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up, right? I don't know, man. But let me get out there. When I say fucked up, I mean you just made a mistake. I ain't doing nothing to you. I don't want no smoke with don't do none of that. You just fucked up with the tweet. You need to stop tweeting. Let your counterparts handle that shit.
I was gonna say I really used to think that like people who are famous or like were on that type of like level or held that type of status had somebody who controlled their social media. Like I know that you still have access to your own social media, but there was somebody who like monitored it, who, you know what I'm saying, made sure you didn't say nothing too sideways.
I can see it right now. Type that tweet up. Look, this is exactly how I go. How does this look? Put them glasses on. That's me putting them
I approve.
Send that. Send that. That's the one. That's the one, you know? And it was not the one. Because you know damn well Iowa wouldn't have been invited if LSU wouldn't have been invited if Iowa would have won. Like, don't fucking piss on my head and tell me it's raining. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with people, bro. Got me fucked. Y'all got me hot.
I mean, I feel like people fail to realize that like this is still America. Like America is one of the most racist countries ever. Like,
yes, but
it will always
tuck that shit under somewhere. Don't do it in my face. I know, like, I'm one of them people. Would you rather somebody be fake in front of your face or behind your back?
In my face.
Do it in my back, bro.
Oh,
do it in my back. Just sweep that shit under,
I would
bro.
rather know. I know how to move around.
I want to see you in the gray light. I want to keep the gray light. If you snap it, God will reveal all that. Just don't do it in my face. You know what I'm saying? It's like very disrespectful. I feel like that's, if they do it in your face, that's a sign of ultimate disrespect.
If they're faking your face, if you don't feel like it's worse if it's behind your back.
If you behind my back, you a pussy ass bitch. That's how I look at it. But if you being like, if you in my face with it and you like being fake, it's like, I don't know. I think I messed it up. I should have sweeped it. I should have did it around.
Yeah.
If you being fake in my face, either way, it's pussy ass shit. If you being fake in my face, oh, fuck.
Okay, I'd rather you talk shit to my face than behind my back. Period. Because I would hate for anybody to come up to me and tell me that you were saying whatever the case may be, and then you dragged in a bunch of other people, and now I'm going ham on both of y'all. If you're bold enough to say it about me, be bold enough to say it to my face. I'm not an aggressive person. I'm one of the people where you could say honestly whatever it is that you want to me, but if you put your hands on me, it's a different situation. Tell me how you feel, because to me it's gonna be fake if you don't tell me how you feel and you're telling everybody else and it gets back to me. It's like if me and you were friends, Amber, and I felt some type of way about you, I'm not gonna go and tell somebody else. I'm gonna tell you.
Either way, it's fake. You feel me though? Like, I'm trying to hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. We didn't talk shit. Now, when I say we, me and my counterpart over here, we didn't talk heavy shit about a counterpart. You know what I'm saying? But
it's fake.
Yeah, it's I'm
very fake.
I'm fake as hell. But you know what else though?
But what do I?
But you know what else though?
Too?
I'm gonna tell this motherfucker in their face how I feel too.
Okay.
So I can't really be too fake.
So then it's not fake, because if he already knows, or if this person or he, whoever, whatever the people are. Whoever, if you have already expressed how you feel to them, and then you go back and tell Zach, "Hey, I spoke to Alice and said this is a makeup name, y'all. We don't know what Alice is."
Nah, we beefed out with a bitch named Alice.
Oh, are y'all? Okay, well then, Ebony. I don't know. Yo, today Ebony and I got into it, and I told her she was a fake ass bitch, Zach. This is how I feel, X, Y, and Z. That's not you being fake, because you already expressed her how you feel, and now you're venting to your friend. You should be able to.
Okay, so I had it wrong.
You should be able to. That's not being fake. Now, if you went to Zach, yo, did you see what Allison did today in the corner? Oh my God, I can't believe she did, and didn't say nothing about it to her. Like,
I've
didn't try to
too.
correct her or anything. Like,
I guess I'm
and
a
then
fake ass
tomorrow
bitch.
you go back and you're like, hey, Allison.
Oh, I don't do that.
That's fake.
Niggas
You
know,
what I'm
niggas
saying?
like, know when I feel away. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna know that I done talk big shit about you and I feel away.
I was just gonna say, it's hard for me to see you being fake because you don't know how to not speak how you feel.
Yeah,
on
I speak
the spot.
it. So, but I done that shit though. Like, I done talk shit about the person before. I done told the person how I felt about them. But I think everybody done that. So, I guess we all fake.
I guess we all got some in us then, huh?
Yeah, but
And it's about your deliverance too, honestly.
I don't know.
Like, it's a difference. Like, if you came to me and was like, hey, I'm having issues with a friend and I don't know how to approach it, that's a little bit different. But if you come, this fake ass bitch, this da-da-da-da, that's a little fake. You know, it's one thing to seek help or guidance, right? That's what their therapists are for. You go to them, you talk to them. Sometimes you need help trying to figure out how to understand things or how to express certain things. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all about your intention.
Fuck them people. That's how I feel about that.
Just fuck them.
Nah, for real though. I was like,
I'm also down for just fuck them.
I said this last episode because a lot of people lack social skills. Like, I kid you not, they social skills are fucking trash. And it's like, I blame it on your parents.
I was gonna say, a lot of the times it comes from their household.
It's your fucking parents, bro. Like, y'all social skills are whackety whack out here. Y'all don't know how to tell motherfuckers when y'all got an issue. Y'all lie instead of fucking being real and telling like, hey, this is what, like, people say I overshare. You know what I'm saying? If I can't do something, I explain why I can't do it. I don't just be like, I can't do it and go on by my business. I feel like people that just like, I don't know, I look at it two ways.
But that's a good enough, I can't do it is an acceptable answer.
That's great.
Like, it is not their business to know why you can't do it.
That's understandable. I just need, because I'm so heavy on people not thinking I'm bullshitting them that I overshare. Because a lot of people be bullshitting.
But
know
do
what
you know
saying?
that's what makes a lot of people think that what you're saying is bullshit? It's like when you ask somebody, did you do this? And then they just go and they give you this full blown long.
No, this is why I couldn't do it because I had this,
listen.
this, and this going on.
Listen, but what does that matter?
Or you just rather me say, no, I didn't do it?
All they need to know is that you can't do it. What makes, so for me, if I'll go to somebody and I'll be like, yo, did you tell Sarah that I said her man is ugly? And then they give me this long excuse. I did, but you know, the only reason why I did it was because I was drunk.
That is not what I'm talking about here, baby.
It's oversharing.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's just you
don't
trying
need
to
overshare.
cop a plea. That's called copping a plea.
Copping a plea.
That's what that is.
Even
I don't cop
oversharing.
pleas.
For me, hey, I can't come into work tomorrow, and then I got to figure out a whole fucking shebang, right?
No, I can't come to work tomorrow. Like, this is my example. I can't come to work tomorrow because I got this doctor appointment at the VA that I've been waiting on for months and I can't miss it.
All you have to
That's
say
how
is,
I be
I
doing.
can't come to work tomorrow because I have a doctor's appointment.
Nah, I got this
Period.
VA appointment that I've been waiting on for.
I
had this VA appointment I've been waiting on for months, and because I need y'all to know, if I could be there, I would have been there. But this takes.
Well, clearly you would have, but that trumps that.
Oh my goodness.
It's
So
like,
you need. I'm gonna just stop oversharing, but I overshare, and my thing is, some of y'all should probably start a little oversharing. You know what I'm saying? Because but I look at people that when you don't have a reason, you're a bullshitter to me. That's, you know what I'm saying?
So how do you feel about the answer? Maybe.
And if you have a reason, and it depends on what your reason is, you could be a bullshitter too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not a valid reason, then you just bullshit and you just got excuses out the ass. But some reasons be valid.
If you don't want to do something, is that not enough? Is that
that's a valid reason. That is fucking valid. Why? Because I don't want to. That's valid. I'll take that. That's valid as fuck. I have no problem with nobody telling me that. Now, if you telling me you don't want to do something and you getting paid to do it, it's a fucking issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean, bitch, you get paid to do this?
I mean, but sometimes even if you're getting paid for it, if it doesn't align with what you got going on, or it messes with whatever you got going on, why would you do it? It's just like right now, if somebody came to me and said, hey, I'll pay you $1,000 to be in my music video, I'm not doing it. That's not who I am. That's not what I want to do. Mentally, it doesn't help me. I'm not doing it. It doesn't matter how much money you put in my face. I'm not going to do it because I'm not.
I'm not understanding why you put that up, because what we just said was, I don't want to do it was good enough.
Right, but you just said if there's money behind it, then you not wanting to do it isn't good enough. That's literally what you just said.
No. What I said was, if you were hired on and getting paid, why would you be hired on to do a video? No. Listen,
I would have just said I don't want to do it from the rip.
There you go. But I'm saying, hey, if we didn't already establish this, and you getting paid, you like you supposed to be getting paid to do this. I don't want no fucking excuses.
Well, that's completely different. You didn't say that.
That's you adding. That's you adding extra sauce on.
No, that you didn't just say that, babe.
Anyway, it's about to be 50-minute podcast. What y'all got going on?
So how do you feel about the answer? Maybe, like if somebody,
maybe it's a no.
Maybe it's not a no.
Maybe it's a no.
It's not a no.
Maybe it's a soft way of a motherfucker telling you they don't want to say you no. Maybe it's a no. What you think, Zach? Maybe it's a no, right?
Maybe. Sometimes. It's a valid answer. It's like if you ask somebody, hey, what are you doing?
It's an answer. It's a no.
What are you doing next Friday? Do you want to go to this party? I don't know. Maybe. I'll let you know. That's a no. Valid. That's not. Because you don't know how you're going to feel that day. You may wake up Friday and be like, yo, I'm ready to turn up. Hey, Ashley, what's good? Thanks for that invite. I'm coming through. You may wake up next Friday sad or something may have happened. Hey, Ashley, unfortunately, something.
That's why they say maybe.
Because you don't know.
Because it's going to be probably no. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on. Nigga hit you with the maybe, it's a no. 9 times out of 10.
I take it as a 50-50.
Well, if I hit you with the maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's heavy on the maybe not. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Like,
for me, it's 50-50. If I
girl,
say maybe,
it be no.
No, don't. When I say maybe, it depends on how I feel. There have been plenty of times where I told Courtney or any of them, I may go to yoga with you. I may not. I have gone sometimes. Sometimes I have not. Plenty of times I said, hey, I'm down for brunch.
I don't know. I know you said you wanted to stop smoking plenty of times. Your ass still be on here smoking with me.
But I take breaks, right? Sometimes I tell you no, right? In the mornings, I be like, no. Some days I say, yeah. It just depends on how I feel. It depends on how I feel.
I be like, you want to hit this? Yo, be yes, though. So it might be different for you.
I just said for me, maybe it's 50-50. Yeah. It literally depends.
You a rare breed.
On how I feel in that moment. It's not me telling you no. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to do it. It just is really depends on how I feel. And that's just because I know myself.
Yo, y'all. I'm getting a little tired. I ain't going to lie. What time is it?
You're not sweating no more.
I was hot as fuck. I hope y'all ain't see the sweat. I had to take that sweater off. It was hot. But you got anything coming up? Got anything you want to talk about?
No, but we did just celebrate Amber's birthday.
Hey.
Okay.
Big 3-2, not the little one. The year before the Jesus year.
We had a great weekend. It was very eventful. We ate good. We got to see people that we loved. We had a good old time.
The casino tore me up.
Where's that button? Yeah.
The casino tore me up. It would have been a great birthday if they would have just finally showed me love. Let me hit that jackpot one time. I was one card away from $38K.
I felt it, y'all too. I was there. I witnessed it. I was shaking. I was like, oh my God.
I was one card away from $38K. I got it straight, but it wasn't. If it was that motherfucking, if it was that diamond jack, boy, I would have been $38K richer.
Jack. It was supposed to be the club.
No, it was a jack. It was a club. Yeah. If I had that club, boy, we be clubbing. Not really, but I would have been $38K. That's what I'm.
$38K. Because that's how much it was. You keep saying $38K.
And I would have had the money on my pot too. That's just the jackpot. I would have had my money too. That because the Royal Flush. I was gonna hit the Royal Flush. The Royal Flush pays 500 to 1. So each $5 is 2,500. Just to let you know that right now. So one card away from racking up that 38 plus that. Well, I had 10 on that bit plus that extra 5K. Plus that extra, what it is, it's a 50 to 1 on the top bet.
Y'all, I'm scary. I'm so sorry. We go to the casino, I lose $50 to $100. I'm tapped out. I'm not going to keep going back. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I can actually manage. I can manage.
They told me up. They told me up.
I'd rather spend like $50, maybe like.
This what be fucking me up about the casino. I go in there, right? It be motherfuckers that like, they in there every day. Losing, winning, losing, winning. I go and sit at a motherfucking table. I win like 4 hands in a row. It just feel like somebody be like, oh, that's a good table. Let me come over there. They come sit they monkey ass down and I lose every hand after that. On top of that, I saw a man, me and him got the straight flush together. He was playing 100. So he had won like, he had got like 10K off that winning. He won 10K and I had won I don't even know. I probably had like 600 or something.
I think he won.
I don't know, but 10K. This man played it all, but it'd be like, why the fuck y'all be letting niggas like this win this shit and play? Like, that's probably why they let them win it, because I'm not giving it back to you, bitch.
Exactly, and a lot of these people, you just said it. They're there every single day, damn near 7 days a week. They done probably lost.
What are they doing?
They done probably lost $20K.
How can they afford it
in a week? Like, I remember one time we went to the casino. This guy put down $1,500 and lost it all in one go on the poker table. Couldn't be me. And then they win it back, but it's like they may have won back that $10K, but in the past month they lost $50.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You ain't wrong. You right. You ain't wrong. You right.
You go in, you lose a couple hundred, and then when you win a couple racks, right? But if you do the math, you probably lost more than what you've ever won back.
Zach, you know what I was just thinking about? I have enough episodes now where I can like make an intro of this shit instead of going like shooting the other. I could just take like little.
That's so random.
Dope ass shit I just said, because I just be thinking dope ass shit I done said and lived and said and just take, like, you know, like sound bites. Yeah. We gonna have to do that. I might have to have you be in charge of that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like you clips that sound.
No, you come up with the sound bite. Hey, this will be a clip, and we just put it together because I'm already doing everything else.
That's literally what I was just saying, baby. I said, taking little clips and then you.
I just make a show. Just make a show.
Yep.
Well, all right, man. We about to wrap this whole up. Appreciate y'all for tuning in for another episode. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Who the fuck is this?
Well, why don't you check it after we get off the podcast, my love?
Huh? All right, let me hit y'all back. All right, we out here, man. It's been a pleasure. Fuck with y'all. Damn.
I just wanna free my mind.